What if I told you that these ugly holes in our wooden accent wall are about to completely vanish? No fancy tools, no expensive wood filler, just leftover sawdust that you're gonna already have and some wood glue. By the end of the video, all the holes will be filled and you'll have no idea that they were ever there. A couple weeks ago, we created this wooden accent wall that goes well with the micro cement. Well, each slat has about 4 brad holes that I needed to shoot into the wall to hold it all in place. Our biggest problem right now is I wanna stain the slats, but I want to fill each of the holes. So if it's not filled right or doesn't have the right material that goes in the hole, when I stain it, it's going to be 2 different colors. You're just going to see a bunch of dots all over the wood, which is not what you want. I'm looking for just one solid, clean piece of wood. First thing I need to do is break out my sander with a dust collection box. This is very important because I need to capture all the sawdust to make my special wood filler. Set up shop outside for the time being. I have my sander. I'm going to take off the dust collector. This is the liquid gold. And really, this is what you want right there. So that's what you need to make your own wood filler. I'm gonna take this and put it on this little working dish I got going on with the Titebond and sawdust. I'm gonna mix that all together for about a minute. I'm looking for more of a thick solution rather than a runny. I wanna be able to take the putty knife and just press it into each of the brad holes in the wood slat. So once I got that all mixed up, I'm gonna go back into the bathroom and start applying it. We're back in the bathroom and all these little holes need to be filled. I had the DIY wood filler and a putty knife, and what I'm gonna do is just over the about 100 holes, just gonna go over and run my finger through them and then just kind of fill them as I go. Just filled in about 150 holes. I'm gonna give it like 30 minutes to completely dry, come back with a sander, hit it with another round of sanding, then we can go ahead and add stain. But give me about 30 minutes and I'll check back in. Man, I just sanded all the holes. Quick tip, don't put as much wood filler onto the holes as you can. Definitely scrape it with either a putty knife or like a utility knife. Scrape all the excess off, you don't need that much. I just spent an extra like 20 to 30 minutes sanding all the extra residue around the hole. If you don't completely sand all the extra residue off, the stain will hold to the wood filler, so it'll be even a bigger splotch and it'll look terrible. So just do your best to sand it off. Again, scrape off all the excess residue and don't do what I just did. For this first round of stain, I'm gonna use a pre-conditioner. I really recommend this. It just gets out any streaks. It just makes for a nice uniform stain when you go to add the darker colors like we're about to do next. So let's add the wood conditioner. The wood conditioner really brought out the yellow tones in the wood. Let's tone those down a little bit using this weathered oak. So same type of deal. Let's do this one more time with special walnut. That'll be the final coat. And the special walnut's on, that's the last coat I'm gonna do. Let me know in the comments of how this looks. For me, I think it is a little bit dark. I did a sample piece about a couple hours ago and just put the weathered oak and then layered it with the special walnut, and it looked good. It was uniform, it was clean. I was just surprised. There is some blotchiness going on, and I think it's because when I sanded it, I may have sanded it just a little too hard trying to get the glue residue off. You know, hindsight, next time I won't do it. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. The nail holes are awesome. It completely blended in. You don't notice them like at all, especially with the darker color. It tends to blend a lot better than using a lighter color. That's all we got going on for tonight. I used that little wood filler trick for all the projects that I need to stain and fill in all the brad holes. Overall, in this project, the nail holes completely vanished. You can't see them. That's all we got for tonight. If you've enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe. I just made a video in my kitchen doing a backsplash, same type of deal with the wood slats, and then I also surprised my wife with the LED strip. I'm gonna leave that video right here, so when you're done with this, go check that one out. That's all we got for tonight. I'll see you on the next one.